of action with the Pride numerals on the back. And it's the U.S. kicking us off in Nashville from right to left in this international friendly. They have something to prove and certainly a lot to improve on. Again, we said it earlier, 49th game in charge tonight of the Swiss men's national team. Yashari again. Oh, it slips all the way through. And the Swiss are in. They score as well through Dan Ndoye. That's 2-2 for Dan Ndoye. He scored against the Mexicans in Utah. He scores against the Americans in Nashville. Berhalter and Sullivan stand over it. Berhalter's ball in. Oh, it's touched away by Kobel. Another look here. It was a really good ball in. Actually, McKenzie didn't quite get a touch onto that, but he was onside. And Switzerland do win the ball back. Akanji. Feather touch out to that far side. That's a brilliant ball for the goal scorer, Ndoye. Ndoye, it's really clever skill, but he couldn't quite finish. His shot is blocked out of play, and it's a Switzerland corner. Oh, the Bologna man with some brilliance here. Skips past Hariel as if he wasn't there, and Cardoso was the one. And Bolo played a ton for their national team. And speaking of, Manzambi across, it's in! 2-0 Switzerland on a tap-in by Michel Abischer. Both of the Bologna boys have scored, and Switzerland are 2-0 up inside of 23 minutes. Tries to poke it through, and eventually the Swiss do clear it over the halfway line. Could be a chance here. Braylon Bono is in behind, and the shot is blocked. Max Arfsten makes up the ground, and Bono gets it back. Still Braylon Bono. Best ever finish at a World Cup, which they're hoping to qualify for again next year. As the quarterfinals, as a shot comes in from Rodriguez, it's in, off the rebound. Braylon Bono does get his goal. And I think it's safe to say that the Swiss are running riot. And it's 3-0, fittingly enough. Zimmerman, though, fits that pass through for White. And it's the arriving Max Arfsten, who was closed down on and went for the shot instead of the cross. Berhalter. A bit of a mistake there. The Swiss are in behind again here. Could be 4. It is 4. Johan Manzambi with a spectacular finish. It's his first international goal. And Switzerland are 4-0 up. They are absolutely... Abischer scored the second goal. Near side Schmidt. Running into space and then poking it down the line. Manzambi, lovely skill to get past 2. US challenges. And then his cross into the middle leaves quite a bit to be desired. Rodriguez, though, in behind. Yashari plays it across and then gets it back off the clearance. Granit Xhaka. Every time the Swiss move it forward, they look very, very dangerous. US having a very tough time coping defensively here. Yashari. Lovely switch out to the far side. This is Ndoye. Ndoye again with quick feet, but we are into first half stoppage time, and there won't be much more to be played in this first half. A very, very disappointing first half for the Swiss. 4 goals from 4 different goal scorers. Murat Yakin's side were absolutely excellent in those first 45 minutes. The US, anything but, has decided to make at least 4, possibly 5 changes at the start of the second half. And again, we'll get all those confirmed. Get in the way, and Matt Turner clears for the Americans. Picked back up by Muheim, the substitute. Just his third cap for the Swiss. He has scored in one prior international game. Near side, Ndoye. Could be a chance here for the Swiss. Mbolo sliding it through, and Matt Turner makes a great save. And Zambi looking for his second. After he scored a beauty in the first half, but Matt Turner makes a really good save to hold it there. For the US. Xhaka, meanwhile, switching the point of the attack to Dan Ndoye. Ndoye continued his run, little layoff here. Granted, Xhaka, of course, can hit them from there. Muheim. It's a beautiful bending ball in, and just needed a white shirt to get a touch onto it. Schmidt picks up the pieces, headed away by Cardoso, right on the penalty spot. After a brilliant ball in from Yashari, and Ajimang is brought down here, going up the other end. That's going to be a yellow card. Elvedi bringing him down and seeing a booking. That might be the loudest cheer we've heard in Nashville for the Americans all night. A lot of people didn't see this enough, they tell you, against Turkey last time out. The physical. The other part of this too, and this is part of what Mauricio Pochettino was stressing in the lead up to the friendlies, is that these are players that are playing for spots. And next summer's World Cup, coaches, of course, want to have to make difficult decisions of who to bring with them to major tournaments, particularly when you're one of the host countries as well. Patrick Ajimang bringing this forward for the Americans here. Cutting it onto his left. It's blocked by Elvedi. As Elvedi is walking over to the near side. So the Swiss are actually playing with just 10 at the moment. And are under more US pressure in their own third. But Gartenmann is able to clear it. And the Swiss might be able to counterattack here. Ndoye on this near side. Still Dan Ndoye. Shot is saved by Matt Turner. Ndoye had already scored back in the 13th minute. He was on the prowl looking for another. At the half, they've had a couple more chances in this second half, but not really many clear-cut opportunities. Swiss have actually still looked more likely to score than the Americans in this second half. McKenzie for Tillman here. Berhalter. Tillman for McKenzie. Berhalter for Ajimang. For Tillman. And Malik Tillman skewers it wide to the right. Has never scored for the US. Nearly scored against Turkey in East Hartford on Saturday. For McKenzie, there is Downs, bottom half of your screen. Looks like Mauricio Pochettino is going to give him a first US appearance tonight. McKenzie fights off the challenge. Manzambi, but the Swiss win the ball back here. This is Rael Mbomo. Playing it out to the far side. It could be a fifth here. The shot, he's missed. Amdouni. Corner is taken quickly. Luna. Trying to slash and dash his way through. Cardoso doesn't give up on it. Nearly falls for Downs. And eventually the Swiss do clear it. Ream in a foot race here, and he loses out to Ndoye. More Americans on the back foot here. Dan Ndoye approaching the penalty area. Still, Dan Ndoye! He tried to clip it towards the back edge of the six. Manzambi scored an excellent goal with his left in the first half. Tried to add another there, but missed the target.